Yes, guys. Big up to everyone. How you doing? Hope you're all doing well. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. I am back. Um, guys, big up to everyone. Guys, let me know if you can hear me as well because I haven't used my computer in like 10 days, and I just had to do an update as well. So that's why I'm a little bit late. But big up to everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Liverpool going on to Wembley for another Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, rematch from 2 years ago. Lots to talk about. Hope you're all doing well. Big up to everyone. Thank you for being here. Go and smash the likes. Go and subscribe. Go and share. You know what to do, guys. Me and K Mac will go bring him out now. Me and K Mac will go review this game. I'm looking forward to it. Chatting about football again. Takes my mind off other things. Big up to everyone. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. K-Mac, my man.
It's good to have you back, mate.
Cheers, man. Big up to you. Hope you're doing well.
I missed you.
Yeah, man. I've missed all this. I've been look. It's been hectic. I ain't gonna lie. It's been really, really busy. Look, Penny's not home with me yet, but she should be home by the weekend. So she should be home by the weekend. So no, when she's home, everything's going to be even better. But yeah, we're getting back to the stuff now, guys. But look, come back to the day that Liverpool decide to just go to another final, K-Mac. And, I don't know about you, man, but yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I don't care if it's just the League Cup, as people keep trying to mention. I'm buzzing, man. I don't know about yourself.
That's Klopp's 10th final, not under us, but 10th final altogether. And if we get that trophy, isn't that the 5th League Cup? Am I right? No, sorry, 10th.
Yeah,
That'll be the 10th.
Yeah, we've got the most. Yeah,
that'll be the 10th League Cup.
Yeah, man.
Like insane. Chelsea aren't that good.
Chelsea smashing Middlesbrough yesterday 6-1, but Middlesbrough decided, you know what, we ain't going to play today, so we just let Chelsea have all the game. Yeah, that was madness, absolutely madness. But Liverpool had a proper test today. Fulham Football Club are a hard game.
They threw the kitchen sink at us.
They give everyone a test. They're a very good side. They're a proper Premier League team with a very good manager, well coached, good footballers, and they give everyone a game, man. I think they beat Arsenal at their ground this season already as well.
Yeah,
they're a decent team, man, and Liverpool had to do what they had to do. But I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. Big up to everyone in chat. Hope you're all doing Wembley South. Big up Josh. Big up Oscar. Keep it level, honesty, Alexander. Hope you're all doing good. Drunk Vigo in the chat. Keep it level, honesty, Ashley. Daryl as well. Big up to everyone, all the ones in the chat. Much love for you being here. We appreciate it. I know it's late, but at the moment, late shows are what it's going to be for a couple of days till we get back to some normality. But we're back and we're in the League Cup final. We're going to chat about the game today. So, K-Max, the lineup come out. What was your first thoughts on the lineup when you saw it come out today? Gravenberch starting in midfield, Elliott starting, DM.
I've got to be honest, like when I seen Keller and Gravenberch, I was like,
yeah.
And even after the end of the game, I was still a bit. But the rest of the players around them produced. Like Bradley was absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, like this kid in the last 3 games has had over 30 duels. Like he is an Andy Robinson regen. Like he gets stuck in. Love it.
He's only conceded 1 goal as well, being played there as well. So, look, Gravenberch. I know a lot of people. I actually thought this is arguably Gravenberch's best game for Liverpool this so far. I thought Gravenberch was good today. What I liked about Gravenberch is his work ethic today. He was busy. He never stopped. He broke the lines multiple times. He's running with the ball. He's excellent. He's running without the ball. He's very good. He's pressing. He's tackling. He's passing the ball. I think he had the biggest passing percentage in that first half, didn't he? I saw.
Yeah, he ended up with like 80%. Like, look, the stats don't lie. Like, I mean, he did have a good game on his stats, but I don't know. It feels like it's the wrong pass. It's not the right. It's not the right kind of tackle. Like, it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing different things because I've seen so much lethargic play from him that it's hard for me to see the good. Like, and I was like that with Trent as well for a while. So I'll be the first one to admit, like, when I'm wrong. Like, like Diaz, absolutely sensational today.
Yeah.
Like, Diaz must have been watching our shows, mate.
Yeah, he woke up. Yeah, someone woke Diaz up, but with Gravenberch, before we go Diaz, I mean Gravenberch. I think for me, he's a very, very laid back footballer. So that's why everyone keeps saying he reminds me of Paul Pogba in the way, he's just a very laid back footballer. But look, I honestly think Gravenberch will be an excellent bit of business, and I think it'll come to. I think we'll see more of it next season. Because the man hasn't really played a lot of football in a 12-month period, has he? Like at Bayern Munich, he hardly played. I don't think he had a pre-season at Liverpool because I think we got him towards the end of the summer window, so he didn't really have a pre-season with us. I'm very much in the opinion that Gravenberch has got too much talent, and there's a player there, and we've probably got the best manager in the world to get them that out of that player.
He's definitely a starter, not a sub. Like,
he's not an impact substitute. Some players ain't. Some players are better when they start, and I think Gravenberch is one of them. But I think for the future,
I think Elliott's more the other way. Like, I think Elliott's more of a. He had a good game as well, Elliott, today. To be fair, but he was busy. But I mean, the guy never stops running. Like, I'd love to see his numbers. Like, he just. How many times do you see him close down the goalkeeper? Is that literally his job, Elliott?
Elliott, yeah, Elliott.
Nuts.
We'll get to Elliott in a minute, but I will want to give up. Talk about Luis Diaz a minute. So, obviously on this channel, we've been a bit critical of Luis Diaz, and rightfully so at times. But it does look like, thankfully, and we've always said it, if Diaz can get back to his best, he's an exceptional footballer. Let's hope he does it. And he looks like he's getting back to that. I wouldn't say he's at his best yet, but he's getting there. There's so many signs now of him being a devastating left winger again. Like, he looks like he's got a bit more athleticism to his game again. He's got a bit of more drive to his game. He's running with the ball a lot more now, causing havoc. He's off the ball running. He's fantastic. Getting in behind. His goal today showed that. His willingness to win the ball. He's pressing as well. He's back. That's the main thing as well. That's why we're not conceding as many chances now. And people talk about the defence, the DMs, and all that a lot. But what people seem to forget about, our strikers act like defenders as well. And when they press from the front successfully, we defend better as a team. And I think Luis Diaz is doing that now, isn't he? And he's pressing again today. Looking for his goal. If he's not pressing there and running for that, he's not scoring, is he? So that's defending and attacking in one motion, and that's what Klopp wants from his wingers, ain't it, K-Mac?
Absolutely. I mean, he helped Joey G a couple of times, like at the back, like with his tracking back. I just thought he was brilliant. I thought that diagonal was on for him all the time. I thought he had Castagne in his pocket, and he's really good in the air. Like, he's not really that tall. Gets really high, wins a lot of headers. Like, it was a bit unfortunate that he didn't do more with the other header he had as well. And he had a couple of shots on goal as well, which were decent. I mean, it's good to have him back, because I think he's back now. I think he might start feeling the fact that he can run on that knee now, and he can do a bit more. And I also like the fact that he does interchange as well. Like, sometimes he goes on the right, sometimes he was on the left. There was a lot of interchanging in the team today as well. I mean, I think that's what we're doing this season now. We've got players that can play in a number of positions, and they're comfortable. Really good. Like, really
good.
Yeah,
I agree, man. I agree. Daryl, big up Daryl. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Cooper Miners stuff in a minute, man. I'm going to talk about some transfer stuff in a minute, but yeah, the Cooper Miners stuff's interesting. We will talk about that. A bit about pimping distress in the chat.
I think that's 6 goals as well, isn't it, this season now?
Yeah.
Diaz in all competitions.
He's starting to get his GA now as well. Which,
yeah.
Look, for some reason, I don't know what it is on social media, but you're not allowed to talk about GA.
Quanta's fourth assist as well this season.
Yeah, it's like you're not allowed to talk about GA. Once you start talking about GA, people like, oh, it's just madness. He's a forward, man. If you're not talking about a forward with GA, what's he doing? It's the whole point of his game. But yeah, Diaz, I thought was excellent day. He's just off the ball running. He's defending from the front. He's willing to work back. I don't think a few weeks ago he makes that run to make that goal. It looks like he's got his energy and enthusiasm back, and that's a great thing for me. And he caused a lot of issues. And another person who caused a lot of issues for teams. We spoke about him many times. Darwin Nunez.
Also, did you see Diaz's cold finish in the top?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to get.
They got disallowed.
It's a shame, mate, because if VAR was around, if VAR was about, that would have been a goal, I think, wouldn't it? No, not. Yeah. Was it that one? But yeah,
I think he was off. I think he was off.
Yeah, Darwin Nunez. Look, he's the player everyone wants to hate, and I get it at times. I can understand everyone's frustrations about Darwin Nunez, but for me, Darwin's got to play in this team. It's as simple as that. Darwin has to play in this team, and you saw it again today. Look, I think we'll all agree that Darwin's just not the best finisher. He will score goals. Darwin could score 20 goals in a season. It doesn't mean he's a great finisher. Jota's a great finisher. Salah's a great. Darwin's not a great finisher, and it's not a problem for me because I've come to terms to it that I think Darwin can score 20 goals this season, yeah, in all competitions. But his all-round game, Liverpool can't not have him in the team right now. His all-round game is excellent. The man floats about. 1 minute he's through the middle, next minute he's through the left, next minute he's on the right. I think Don Goodman in commentary said it today. You don't know if he's going left, you don't know if he's going right. He's comfortable going both. On the outside and coming inside. Pause. He's great at that, and I just don't. Again, I actually think when Darwin came off, when the Klopp made the substitute and pulled Darwin off, Fulham started to pick up a lot of steam because they didn't have that pace to worry about in behind no more because, both quick men went off. But Darwin today, man, what did you think? I thought, he didn't score, but again, he had an impact in the game, in my opinion.
Darwin came off and the game flipped on its head. And we could have easily lost, by the way. Like the whole momentum just swung the other way. It was really weird. It was like I don't know, it was like turning off a tap. like the water's just flying towards their goal. Because it was like literally there was how many times did we have Gravenberch breaking and all our attackers in their box waiting for the ball because of the chaos that Nunez just brought. Like it's just, and all that needs to happen was the ball needed to go to Darwin, but it kept on going to Diaz, kept on going to the wrong player, unfortunately. And we took him off, and it just went the other way. Like it just started going the other way, and then Klopp had to obviously bring on a defender and take off a couple of midfielders, and I think he took off Gakpo as well. I didn't think Gakpo had a great game today, by the way. Like I thought. No. I don't think he's that good on the right, if I'm honest. Like attacking wise, doesn't really seem to get in there as much. But Darwin is just like gonna have to eat humble pie, aren't I, soon?
Look, I think we all are. I think we'll look.
Like 10 out of 10 GA, like goals. Like that he's the first person to do it this season.
He's effective. On the pitch, he's infectious. Let's just put it. I think that's the most thing you can say about Darwin. He's infectious.
Yeah.
He gets on the pitch and he causes teams issues. I bet if you ask a lot of teams, they don't want to play against Darwin Nunez. Because he never gives you 2 seconds to think. He never gives defenders a moment. He's always trying to stretch them. I think I counted about 4 today where there's long balls into the corners that Darwin's just chasing down, and defenders have to burst the gut to get there before him, to get a late last-minute slide tackle just to clear the ball from him. I think I counted 4 today.
He always seems to find space as well. Like, did you see that chance he had where he literally did a complete 360? And that was going in the top bin, but it just curled out the way. That would have been an absolute worldie, by the way.
Yeah,
that would have been an unbelievable goal. Like, everyone thought that was in, even the commentator, because I had the commentator kind of like go, ah!
Yeah, he was excellent, man.
He was sensational, and you know why he was taken off? He was taken off because we need to keep him for the next games.
Yeah, with Salah away, we need to keep all our forwards fit right now. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, look, Darwin again causes issues, causes problems. He's an infectious footballer. Has to play for us right now. It's as simple as that. Luis Diaz getting the goal that puts us basically through. Had a great game, defending and attacking from the front first class again. Right, let's talk about. Look,
he's not my man of the match, though. He's not my man of the match.
No, my man of the match was a little Argentinian who plays in the middle.
Oh yeah,
that was my man. Actually,
and he only played like 60 minutes.
Let's talk about him now, right? Let's talk about him now. I am sick, right? I'm going to keep telling, right? Can we stop with the Polina stuff now? We've seen it multiple times now. Why Polina would not fit in a Liverpool team? He's not good enough on the ball. He's just not good enough on the ball. He's a good tackler. He's a destroyer, but that's not what Liverpool want right now. Liverpool don't want a destroyer. He wants a ball playing number 6, and Mac Allister's that man. Also, Mac Allister's now, I've noticed this the last few games he's played since he came back from injury. He's starting to pick up better defensive positions to win the ball
15 duels
back
today, mate. And he won 7.
And he's starting to win the ball back without tackling as well.
Yeah.
Where he gets there before the other midfielder. Yeah, sometimes he's going to get a bit lost and things happen because he's learning on the trade in that position. But, I look at the players that have played with him in previous clubs and national teams and stuff like that. They don't quite look the same without him. And I think this boy is special personally. I think he's tremendous. Came out. I just want you to chat about Alexis Mac Allister a second while I just go and sort my daughter out.
Yeah. No, Mac had an absolutely sensational game, and he got completely hatcheted down twice as well. Like, he's right in the thick of it today. Like 15 duels, 71. Tried quite a few long balls as well. I think he tried 8 long balls, and he got 4 of them. He was really good. But 83% possession. Came off. He comes off because he does get tired. I mean, I think he gets tired though because I think he's doing a different job than he used to do at Brighton. I think at Brighton he didn't used to do as much tracking, as much running. I think he kind of stayed quite central in that midfield stroke attacking midfield area. He didn't have to do as much sprinting around. I think he has to do a lot more of that at Liverpool, so he gets tired. I also think he's just getting used to the role. I mean, he's basically been thrown into a Liverpool team that he's only had a pre-season with, and he's gone into a midfield which is a completely new midfield, so none of them know each other. So it's not really a midfield where there's just one guy that just fits in. Like, it's a lot easier, like, as being an individual. But the whole midfield are all new, working together. And we can all say that, like, Curtis Jones is like our most experienced player, but he isn't the most experienced midfielder. All the others have got more experience than him, but he's the one who's played in the midfield the most for Liverpool because he played half of last season. So I just think he's done really, really well to a new role, adapting to a new system. and his fitness does need to get better. But I think that will just come with the more games he plays, and the fact that Klopp's rotating is good as well. It just means our players aren't tired.
You got to remember with Mac Allister as well, guys, that you run a lot in a Klopp midfield.
Oh.
You run a lot in a Klopp midfield. Look, Thiago has spoke about it before, and he's been around. So you got to run a lot in a Klopp midfield, and it's something they've all got to get used to. Some players have just got natural running, ability and stamina, like a Szoboszlai could just run all day at full speed, no issue. Mac Allister ain't got that, but also he's learning a new role in that number 6 position. So, he'll get better and better and better. Plus, he's just come back from injury as well. And I know a lot of people saying he's getting really red in the face. You got to remember, he's got Scottish descent.
Yeah, that won't go away.
Yeah, he's quite. He might be South American, but that man is pale. But yeah, I get what everyone's saying. I think Alexis Mac Allister is just doing the job for Liverpool. I think Jurgen Klopp said it the other day. In the last match we won, he said that Alexis Mac Allister, he's 6. He basically said it in that interview to everyone. He's 6. It's as simple as that. I've been saying this since we bought him, that Alexis Mac Allister will do the job in that number 6 because it's what Jurgen Klopp wants. People keep, I always get told that, the owners won't get Jurgen Klopp what he wants and this. And then Klopp comes out and says multiple times now that Alexis Mac Allister is my number 6. I want to do this with my number 6. And Klopp's also mentioned it. He wants the midfield. We don't play Mac Allister as a lone 6. You've seen the cover he has around him. Curtis Jones especially. He has defensive cover around him. So he's not playing that lone role like Fabinho might have done before. And it's paying off at the moment, but this Polina stuff needs to stop now. Unless there's anyone else in the market, I've always said it, if there's someone in the market that's a defensive midfielder, that's a ball-playing defensive midfielder in the way one Klopp wants, that can break the lines, use the ball really quickly, move the ball quickly, and he's good under pressure. You see Mac Allister, he keeps the ball well under pressure. And you look at Polina, as soon as pressure comes against him, he just gives the ball away. So if you can find that, then good. Get that player in. You can free Mac Allister up a little bit on that left-hand side. But at this moment in time, for the whole season, Mac Allister and Wataru Endo are our DMs. And again, if you look at Wataru Endo in Japan, and he's playing in the Asian Cup at the moment, he looks a player.
Mm-hmm.
So,
looks an absolute player.
They're good footballers, man. I think. And then you got Stefan Bajcetic coming back. Stefan's got the ability to play in that DM role. He's also got the ability of playing that left-sided 8 role in the midfield as well. He's very versatile in multiple positions. I keep saying it. Why do you think Liverpool were after Lavia all summer? Go and watch Lavia play. He's not a destroying DM. He's a player that can play in a multiple function or midfield areas. He could play in a left 8. He could play in that 6. He can, that's why we're looking at Thuram as well, and these players, because they play in that way. That's what Liverpool. I think Klopp looked at it in the summer and went, right, I don't want a destroyer. I want a ball playing number 6, and our midfield's got to defend better because they're more athletic. They can run, they can defend, they can attack. I want to move the ball quickly. I want to play high press, possession football. So with that, I need a ball playing number 6. I don't need a destroyer. And if you look at all the players we're linked with, mostly was Lavia and Thuram. Lavia and Thuram were the ones we were linked with constantly. And then Alexis Mac Allister come in and he's made him that position. Now, did I think Alexis Mac Allister was meant to be that position when we bought him? No. Because that's why we were scouting Lavia and that. But as soon as we couldn't get them, Mac Allister was his man. And at the moment, it's paying off. And I think Mac Allister will be good there, man. I don't know about you, how you feel about that came out, but I think he'll be good there.
No, I totally agree. And it's like a happy mistake. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like a happy accident that we've managed to lose those midfielders that we might well have kept in Henderson and Fabinho, and we've obviously got Mac Allister in, and maybe he was going to play on the left-hand side, but needs must, and we needed to put him in the role that Fabinho had, and it's paid dividends. Like top of the league in the Carabao Cup final, just knocked Arsenal out the FA Cup, into the Europa League knockouts, like 5 points clear. Like all the hard games are at home in the Premier League. Like
it's mad.
It's
mad.
pretty good.
And Klopp has got an eye for the player he wants to play his system. Now, there's all this talk about, the owners won't get so-and-so player in that the fan base wants. But I've said this for about 2 years now. If Klopp wants a player that suits his system, the owners usually get him it. They really did try to get Tchouaméni. He chose Real Madrid, but we actually bid for Tchouaméni. But he chose Real Madrid. There's not much you can do about that. And then when he comes out and says, "I will go to whoever wins the Champions League," that's when Klopp was like, "No, I don't. If you're just doing that, you should be coming to us no matter what." I remember Klopp making them comments after the game. You come to us, doesn't matter what we're winning. You come to us because you want to play for us. And the Jude Bellingham one's the one that's going to be, the Jude Bellingham thing's a Jude Bellingham thing. Not every manager gets the player they want, right? But Klopp wanted Wataru Endo a few years ago. He's now got his man. Maybe we just got to look back at it now and go, look, Klopp wants a certain type of footballer to play a certain type of way in his system. And then the owners whoever's running the club goes and gets Klopp them players. And then he's got the players to do his job with. I think we've got to stop now with our owners don't do that. Look, they trust the manager. How many owners out there in world football trust their manager? At the end of the day, how many owners trust their manager?
Very few.
And they trust him to get the players they think they should get. Why do you reckon Klopp falls out with people all the time? It's known for it. He always falls out with people because he's so stubborn. He wants things his way.
You know what I'm seeing as well now, which I don't think a lot of people are talking about, is I'm now seeing Klopp's academy players, as in they have been brought into the club under Klopp, and they've gone through different stages under Klopp, and now they play Klopp football, and that's why the integration into the first team looks seamless, because they are his players. They're his players. They're all the lads he wanted. They're all the lads that have been around the training ground. They're all the lads who've got it all inbred into them, how to play the systems. And I'm telling you, I don't see any other club in world football, apart from maybe South American clubs, and maybe your Red Bull Salzburg and Leipzig, and maybe PSV, that do that are having so much of an influence of kids coming in and kids playing and kids becoming first team regulars and growing together in a team. Like Quansah had an interview today, and like literally he was stood there like he was like Jamie Carragher. You know what I mean? He looked like he'd been playing in the team for like the last 20 years. And he was like, yeah. I haven't been playing enough really, and it's been a bit rusty. Like, so he had a little dig there, which was great. And then he goes, and it was so good to like play with Bradley, because we played together for 10 years. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is sound. This feels like a Fergie dynasty incoming. Like, I don't want to go too soon, but seriously, man, like you can't say Bradley isn't like Andy Robinson, because he does everything like him. And he's been brought in a fair few years ago, and also he knows Keller really well as well. Like, they're kind of really good mates. You got Quansah, who's been at the club since he was 5, who's had a decent loan. Both had decent loans last year. Both brought in. Both look seamless. Like, doing things like kids don't do. Kids try and just do the bare minimum so they don't put themselves under too much pressure and they don't make mistakes. But these two are like doing diagonals, getting stuck in, like making runs, like acting like proven Premier League players who've just like I'm here to play. Like I'm not here to be like a kid. Like I'm here to play. And I think it's unbelievable. Like I'm sat here now looking at our team now, and I'm going, do we need to sign anyone? Like maybe a striker? But
no, I've been
I'm not seeing any players I need to sign.
I've been saying it's all January, and people will come at me constantly. But hey,
crazy.
Big up Ashley says Klopp has a whiff of Fergie. To be honest, he does. Look, Ferguson. As much as we hate it because he was a Man United manager, we have to sit back and look at facts. Look what he did with Aberdeen. Yeah, no one else in Scotland has come close to separating the Celtic Rangers dynasty over there. But he did it with Aberdeen. He went and managed the national Scottish team, and then he went to Man United. And look at the dynasty he left. There is a Klopp. Klopp has got that kind of thing to him as a manager, where he just gets players playing to the highest level degree possible. You know, look at Ferguson. He got players like Wes Brown playing. You know, John O'Shea. And then you look at Klopp. He got players like Jordan Henderson playing. You know, I mean, to a level that they should not be on. You know, it's just we might hate admitting it, but there is something about it. There is something about it, and I look at the team at the moment, and all the positions we got. Injured players are starting to come back now. You know, Robbo's back in the squad now. Great to see. You know, on this weekend, Trent should be back. Szoboszlai should be back. Stefan comes back into training in early February. You know, so he'll be back quite soon. Mo will be back in about 3 weeks' time. Taro Endo will be back in 3 weeks' time. You know, and then you're looking at a squad again, and you're looking, wow, that is what.
They're all first-team players. They are all first-team players.
You know, Tsimikas apparently he's going to be training in February. You know, he's going to be back soon.
Like we're missing those three players that literally we talked about saying we can't do anything without them in the team, and we're doing things without them in the team, like Trent, Salah, and Dom.
It's just and they got this academy, and since we moved over to La AXA, as we all call it now, and you know, and the first team in the academy all train together, they all eat together, they train together, they work out together, they all live together, sort of thing at training. Since that's happened, look at everyone coming through now. You know, and I think you're right. I think there's players Klopp spotted in now because he can watch the academy every day now. He can get reports. He can look at them. He can watch them. He hasn't got to go from Melwood to Kerr. You know, he's all in one place where he can constantly watch them. And I don't think it's a shock that we're starting to see more of these players coming through. And you look at the ones Klopp rates. Conor Bradley really rates. Kwanzaa really rates. Clark really rates. You know, you look at the three youth players, them three especially. They have gone on loan. Signed new contracts before they went on loan as well, by the way, which means the club really wants to keep hold of them. Come back and now part of the first match squad. You know, Trent's away, and we got this young lad who was at Bolton last year. I think he got League One Player of the Year.
Yeah, he did.
Come back into our team right now, and I couldn't tell you. If I was watching him for the first time today, I'd go, well, he's just a Premier League right back.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't think he was at loan at Bolton last year. You know, you got Arsenal fans. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are really annoyed by this because they got good youth players that Arteta won't give a chance to. And then you got Klopp just bringing, Conor Bradley, you can play right back in the next 3 games while Trent's away. Like it's nothing. The full faith in him. And he's doing a job. I don't think he's looked bad at all. So it's a massive plus point, in my opinion, moving to this new training ground.
And the fact that he's got the confidence when we're literally 1-1, by the way, to bring on Bobby Clark.
Yeah,
like I'll just bring on an 18-year-old. Just bring an 18-year-old on.
came on and did a job as well. Bobby Clark came on, did a job.
Look great. He won that ball and took it into the corner flag, like a pro.
Yeah.
And then wasted time at the back as well when he got fouled. Seriously, guys. I mean, and I'm not even lying. Like, if you watch the academy, we've still got Trent Kona-Doherty, we've still got Jason Kumas, we've still got Trey Iwoni. Like, these are absolutely monster wonder kids. And there's another guy as well called Morrison, who not a lot of people know about, who looks like a real player, and Davison as well. Like, they're all potential stars on the conveyor belt as well. And they've all got the same haircuts for some reason.
Yeah. But look, there's some excellent youth players. I know they got battered today 10-0 by Ajax, but that was like the under 18s. I think we're looking
battered Arsenal. We battered Arsenal 7-1.
Yeah, so it's up and down. They're kids. They go over up and down times. But look, Ajax's academy ain't no shit. You know what I mean?
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Like, I think we've got like 3 players from there, didn't we?
But look, I think going to AXA and AXA and the youth, you're seeing the benefits now, especially from the youth side of the team. Coming into the first team. If Conor Bradley's got to play right back and Trent can't play, Jason Kumas might be.
Yeah, no, did I say Jason Kumas? Yeah, sorry. It's his son. Sorry.
But yeah, if he
on my case, Brian.
if Bradley has to come into the team, man, I'm not bothered. I'm really not. I think he's got a lot of. About what I like about his game, he makes, some youth players will be worried about making them forward runs and being defensively out of position, because they don't want to be embarrassed and shown up. So they'd rather be more, if you're a young defender, especially a fullback, you'd rather stay in your defensive shape, and not be embarrassed and do all the good things like last minute tackles, blocks, throwing your body on the line, taking a winger down the line, making sure he doesn't get it on his strong foot, all that sort of stuff to impress the manager. But he's like, nah, I'm just going to play my game. And he makes long busting forward runs. And it's the way we play. Our fullbacks play that way. Robbo plays that way. Trent plays that way. Gomez is playing that way. It's just the way our fullbacks are meant to play. And I'll give it to him, man. I think he's been... again today, I can't fault the kid.
No,
can't fault the kid.
I mean, he got beat once. He got beat once the whole of today.
Yeah,
for their goal, but their goal was kind of took a couple of deflections, didn't it? Like,
and he had a good left back against him as well, in that Anthony Robinson. So
and he also had William on him as well. William's a really good player.
Pereira. Yeah, William and Pereira doubling up.
Really good player.
Yeah, Bradley.
He's old William, but he's still a good player.
Yeah. He's got a lot of quality. Let's talk about another youth player, Gerald Kwanzaa. I'm starting to wonder. When I watch Kwanzaa now, I'm starting to wonder if he was born in a lab, because I don't get it. I literally don't get it. There's not many.
Do you think they took like DNA from Virgil van Dijk and Matip and they like mixed it together and made Kwanzaa?
Shit and made Kwanzaa. I don't get it. This kid. There was a bit today where I don't know if you saw it. He was on the ball. We're playing out from the back, and he was on the ball, and we're getting pressed. Fulham pressed him, and they went and got on the goalkeeper, and he's got a bit squared in, and they were surrounding him.
Did a little twist and a drag back.
He did a little twist, come out and pass the ball out with no problem. Like, he didn't lose composure. That's the one thing I will say about Kwanzaa. His composure is right up there for a young defender. I say this about Braithwaite at Everton.
Matip levels.
Because I think Braithwaite at Everton as well is an exceptional defender as well.
Yeah, he is.
I think Braithwaite's got John Stones about him. And I can see him. I think Man City are actually looking at him. It wouldn't shock me. These two, for me, Braithwaite and Kwanzaa might be the two best under 21-year-old defenders in the Premier League for me. They're just he's just excellent, and his assist. You know,
4 assists.
Got the most assists in the league cup, but that
Has he got 2 goals or has he got 1 goal?
I think he's got 1 goal. He scored in Europe.
He got 1 disallowed, didn't he? Which was a bit ridiculous.
He got the winner against Lille, wasn't it, or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Whoever it was.
Another game we were robbed.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about him, man. I know you're a massive fan, so go for it.
Quansah, sensational. He's still only 20 years old. Like, let's just take that into account. And the fact that he's like doing interviews and saying, "Oh yeah, I haven't played as much that I want to." I just love that. I love the needle. I love the fact that he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to take Matip's place. Like, I'll replace him." Like, and you also have to look at how well Konaté's playing. Konaté's playing out of his skin because he knows that Quansah is on his heels, and if he doesn't have a good game, Quansah's in. Like, and whether he can get him back out again, who knows? But absolutely sensational. I mean, he's doing 40-yard diagonals, like in games, and breaking through the lines, and like he's really helping Virgil not have to stress, like have to be under too much stress. So having a 20-year-old who's just full of energy, so much strength, so much composure, is going to probably give us more years on Virgil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he's not having to do so much. And I just think it's brilliant. And the fact that he can play with Bradley is great because they know each other so well.
Yeah, 10 years.
So they played so well together. Like, it was really unfortunate about their goal because Bradley did get skinned, and then the deflection came off Quansah, and then their player scored because Virgil didn't judge the flight of the ball because it come off Quansah's foot.
Because of the deflection, he couldn't judge.
He's been really unlucky. Like, the goals that have been conceded on Quansah's side have been really unlucky, all of them.
But then things like that go happen.
Even a penalty as well that he conceded against Palace, that was really unlucky.
Experienced defenders make these errors as well.
They're not errors. Like, no, they're not errors.
It just happens in football.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. This is the thing. No one's perfect. There's no perfect footballer. Maybe Messi. But
I'm not sure Matip's going to come back. Someone just wrote.
No, I think
I think that's him.
There's 2 players that probably never play for Liverpool again. That's Matip and Diogo. I think we can just. I'm going to talk about Diogo in a minute.
And Adrian as well.
I need to bring something out about Diogo. Yeah, Adrian's. But yeah, Quansah, man. I say, born in a lab, man. Born in a lab. He was playing for Joey Barton last year. Let that sink in. We all know. No,
he really rated him as well, didn't he? He really rated
him. Yeah. Well, as long as he ain't female, he'll rate anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it is late. We can do that.
Yeah, he's all right. Weird. I think he's going through some kind of crisis, and he's just showing it all on social media at the moment. But yeah, Quansah and Konaté as well, and like. I want to talk about another defender as well because this guy needs his flowers now. Joey Gomez, man. I mean,
wow.
I don't know.
We're playing inverted left. We're playing inverted left back today, by the way.
Right. Here's a question for the chat. Here's a question for the chat. Is Joe Gomez the best English centre back in form in the league at the moment, or defender? Let's say defender because Joe Gomez plays left back, right back, and centre back. Is there a more informed English defender in the league right now than Joe Gomez? By the way, I don't want Joe Gomez going anywhere with England at all.
No, me neither.
That's when he gets injured. But
yeah,
again at left back today, I don't even think Robbo gets straight back in the team.
No,
at left back at the moment, I don't see. Joe Gomez is doing a great job. He's defending. He never gets beat.
It's not a coincidence that since he came into the team to play on the left, we're not leaking goals. Like, we're not conceding first. We're not conceding many goals. Like, as in, the one or the two. It's kind of, we've been really tight. And it's because we've basically got 3 centre-backs. He knows when to drop into centre-back. And I just think him in that position, he's made for it. Like, he's 26 years old. He could easily just replace Robbo. And then Robbo just does a bit part now. His game time gets reduced. It's whether he wants to do that, but I just think he's perfect for that position.
He might be right-footed, and people will say it gives you a bit of unbalance in that position because he is right-footed. But the thing is, he's not going to be a fullback that goes up and down the line. Klopp wants him to come inside. So if he's tucking inside from that position, he can come onto his strong foot. That's why you're seeing excellent crosses from him from that left-hand position at times. Why you're seeing good passing. Why you're seeing the ball being drilled into a forward feet. Why you're seeing getting shots off now, because he's not going to be playing left-back like Tsimikas or Robbo does, going down up and down the lines. He's going to be cutting inside. He's going to be inverting in. And one thing we've got to say about Joe Gomez is that he's excellent on the ball. He's actually a better.
He always has been. He's always been a very good footballer. Yeah.
His passing is excellent. His crossing is excellent.
Yeah.
He's got good technique. I actually think he hits.
He's really fast as well, by the way. Like, I think people don't realise how fast he is.
Yeah. And I actually think he hits the ball too well when he goes to shots.
Yeah, so do I.
He hits the ball too clean. And that, because if you watch when he hits the ball is hit smoothly. You watch the shape of the ball; it doesn't move around; it stays in that. He hits it too clean. He's got good technique. I like Joe Gomez, man.
Apparently, he can really smack it in training as well. He scores a lot of goals in training. If it wasn't for Bellini's tackle, he probably would have scored today as well.
I saw something
in the top bin.
I saw a training clip from a few years ago. It's when we were wearing New Balance, because there were New Balance training kits I were wearing. But Gomez was taking free kicks. They had that net thing up with the holes in.
He was pinging them in.
5 out of 5, and Trent just looked at him like that and went, "Have you seen it?"
I think I have actually.
He's got excellent technique, and
there's also there's also like a YouTube video that Red Men TV did like years ago, and they had Joe Gomez like doing something, and they also had Markovic. Do you remember Markovic?
Mm.
And they also had I think it was Karius. Might have been Karius. No, it wasn't Markovic, but Karius was there, and basically he got lobbed by just an amateur playing against him on Red Men TV.
That's mad, man.
But Joey was just like pinging it in the top bin. And you're just like, what? You're a defender and you don't score.
Joey's just class that, man. I think the goal will come. It will come this season. I've said it.
In the final,
I've had a dream. I've dreamt this twice now. So it's going to become a reality. That Joe Gomez scores the goal that wins Liverpool the Premier League. Like Vincent Kompany scored that goal out of nowhere that won Man City the Premier League when we won the Champions League.
Won it from about 40 yards.
He smashed it from like 40 odd yards, didn't he? He went right in the corner because it was 0-0 against Leicester, weren't it?
Yeah.
And if they dropped points against Leicester, Liverpool probably would have gone and won the Premier League. And he scored that goal out of absolutely nowhere, and they won the game 1-0 and won the Premier League. I had a dream that's what Joey's going to do. He's going to score a goal like that in a game where it's tight and we're going to drop point, and he's going to score a screamer from like 30 yards. It's going to happen. Celebrations are going to be mad. Yeah. There you go, Chaz. He's seen it. Yeah, Shaqiri. That's why it was a few years old. Yeah, he was just pinging them into the holes, into the gaps. Like, and Trent just was looking at him like that. Shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. It's mad. Yeah,
that's my job.
Yeah, it's just I think Gomez is exceptional, man. Exceptional defender. Really good player. Who else have we got to chat about? Harvey Elliott, I thought had a good game again today. Solid, reliable. He's just, I keep saying this about Elliot. Reliable and does a job. I sort of say that every week about him, but he does nothing amazing or outstanding. But I understand why he plays and why he's in the team, because he does what Klopp wants him to do, and I've got no problem with Harvey Elliott. I do think
he's got a really good touch on him as well.
He's got a lovely first touch. Yeah,
he does put in some good balls. Puts in some good balls,
that ball to Darwin when it's like was it Gakpo actually? Gakpo made the late run and the ball. He's got a good touch about him, Harvey. Yeah, he's got a nice touch about him. I just think I just need to see a little bit more from Harvey. I think I just need to see what's next. Because as he grows as a footballer, as a player, you just want him to, what's the next part of his game?
He took corners and free kicks today.
Yeah, he took a lot of set pieces, didn't he?
He's 20 years old. He's 20. Name me another team in the league that's got a 20-year-old taking their free kicks and corners.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
And his free kick was really good. His corners weren't that great, to be fair, but his free kicks were really good.
Yeah, and he does, like Sean says, he does start the press. There's no doubt about that. That's why he plays. Because he plays what Klopp wants him to do. I keep saying
I think he runs over 12 miles a game,
Yeah,
I really do.
He's an athlete, man. And he's got a good touch and there's a good bit of his game, and he's always dependable. If Elliot's playing, I'm not worried.
He got booed the whole game as well.
Yeah,
that must be annoying. Like,
he's
literally got booed the whole game.
Good player. Look, I want to talk about the forwards a minute, because there's 3 games now. We haven't really missed Salah in them 3 games so far. I saw someone mention this the other day, and I don't know if it's true or not, or are we just saying that because Mo's the main man? But a few comments that have gone round the last few days is that Liverpool's attack is more fluid without Mo Salah. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because Mo Salah's Mo Salah. You know what I mean? It's just, but what I think what people mean by it is that our build-up play at times sticks better up top when Mo don't play, because Mo likes to try something. Mo likes to try and get the ball out of his feet quick enough to get a shot on, or go through a gap or something like that, where no one else is going to try and do that. So he might give the ball away a couple of times, and things like that. But yeah, there's a lot of talk. I don't know how you feel about it. Are we more fluid as an attack without Mo, or? Well, I don't know. Personally. I think like Mo comes back into this attack and just scores goals. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love it, but are we more fluid without Mo? I'm not sure.
I've got a different spin on that, and I might get Pelters in the chat on this, and you might disagree, but I actually feel that the team looks more fluid when Trent's not in it, and it's because Trent gets the ball so much on the right hand side, and I feel like most of our play is going from the centre backs, which are in the middle, and also Mac Allister starting to play from the middle. So it's going from the middle wide instead of from the right, wide right, or into the middle. And then, I feel like there's an extra section of the passing which has now been taken out. And I also feel like there's not that much Hollywood going on. And I feel like so much Hollywood goes on with Trent, and the ball just ends up coming back to you, or it ends up bouncing off a player because it's a Hollywood pass, which is like 40 yards onto his, you know what I mean? I feel like it's so much more controlled.
It's interesting. I get what you're saying, because I've noticed that last couple of games that.
Because we could do with Mo on the right, by the way, because I don't think we've been great on the right the whole time. We've been great on the left and the centre.
If you look at our last couple of games, our play all starts from Mac Allister in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where our play starts from. This is why a lot of people want Trent in midfield, because he could just do that from midfield.
He could just do that.
Yeah, and he could just do what he does on the right scenario. But I understand what you're saying there, because the play comes more from a central area where you can go central to out instead of out to in. So
and then back out again.
Yeah, so you can. I get what you're saying, but I will say one thing. I get what you mean by that, but that just strings to our bows that not a lot of other clubs have.
Yeah.
That you can play multiple ways when your star players are missing. A Trent is world class. There's no doubt about this. We've got to stop saying that Trent's not world class because he's can't defend. He's a world class footballer. I don't know if there's a team in the world he don't get in. Personally, if he played for Man City, he'd play for Man City. He's playing over Kyle Walker. I'm telling people right now, if you think Pep Guardiola is not having Trent's ability on the ball on that pitch, you're massively mistaken. I'm sorry. He gets in every team in the world. He gets in head of Carvajal for Real Madrid. I'm telling you, everyone right now, he does.
If Pep signed Trent, he would make Trent into the next De Bruyne.
Yeah.
That's a fact. There's not many players in the world that can pass the ball like him.
No.
You can probably name like 2 or 3, like seriously in the Premier League alone. Like,
well, football.
Yeah, he's absolutely. He's off the scale. Like, he's just such a generational talent. It's insane. And I'm not here saying that we don't play Trent. Okay, I'm just saying the reason why we look a bit more fluid is because he's not there.
And I get what
I'm not saying we don't play Trent, because we've been winning with Trent.
Exactly. Right. Trent starts every week. We know it, but I get what I know what you mean by that is that it's a good thing, because it means we don't have to rely on players, because we can play a different way.
And there is another big factor as well, and I've said this to you before. I do feel like the weight is off. Like, it's hard to explain, but I do feel like when Salah's in the team, the rest of the strikers are a bit starstruck. They're a bit starstruck, and they're a bit scared of being individuals.
Yeah.
And it does feel like now that Salah's out the team, Diaz is being more than the street baller that we signed, and Nunez has just got that freedom now. Like,
they rely on their own ability.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But if you've got such an iconic player who is like, he's like 15 all-time goal scorer for Liverpool. It must be really daunting, like, as a striker, to be with him.
Yeah, you go look for him. The thing is, though, you always go look for him if he plays.
Always.
If Mo's on the pitch as an attacker, you go look. If Messi's on the pitch, you go look for him. Do you know what I mean? If Salah's on the pitch, you go look for him in a Liverpool point of view. So a lot of the balls are always going to Mo. It's not a problem. But the players have realised, Mo's not there at the moment, and we're actually good footballers. So let's just step up. And that's what they're doing. Diaz is stepping up. Darwin's stepping up. Jota's stepping up. Gakpo we're going to speak about in a minute, but I don't think it's his fault. But they're all stepping up and going, look, we can do this. We're not a one-man team. Trent's not here. So what have we done? We got our best ball-playing footballer is not in our team right now. And Conor Bradley's playing right back. So you know what? We go, we don't have to play like we do if Trent's playing. What we do, we go through the middle and start our attacks with Alexis Mac Allister instead. And go through the middle out wide. We don't have to play one way of playing. And I think that's what Man City do as well. And I've always credited Pep Guardiola with this. If he's got a player missing, he's got Haaland missing, right? And City go, right, we're going to play a different way of playing. They're not. Their fullbacks don't go forward like they used to anymore. They stay defensively. Carabao and Walker pretty much stay back. And they find a different way of playing, so you don't miss that player. And for the first time, I think in a long while under Jurgen Klopp now, we've got players in our squad that are now capable, and Klopp can look at them and go, right, we don't have to play that way anymore. I don't need Conor Bradley being Trent. Conor Bradley can just be Conor Bradley. And because he's just been Conor Bradley's performing, because he doesn't have to be another Trent and try and do what he does, because that's impossible. So he's just been himself. That's why he's looking good. That's why he's getting a lot of praise. Alexis Mac Allister is getting a lot of praise now because the ball's starting with him. The attacks are starting with him. And that's a feather to our bow, as far as I'm concerned, K-Mac.
Absolutely. And Gomez has been sensational, because he's just been allowed to be Gomez. It's not. You don't have to do what Trent does, like, because you're being inverted. You can go left if you want. You can get further forward if you want, but you can just be your centre back because that's what you are. And I mean, the biggest praise I'm giving anyone is I'm giving Klopp just huge praise. Like, this season, he's just been absolutely sensational. Like, and I don't care who he picks and who he signs. I trust him now. Like, he's back he's back in the seat. He's working again.
Yeah.
He was Space Jam last season. He got Space Jam last season.
For 12 months, Jurgen Klopp lost his mojo. It's as simple as that, and he's got it back now. And for me, right now, he's the best manager in world football at this moment.
And he looks happy as well. He looks happy on the pitch.
He's the best manager in world football. Yeah. And his tactics are better this season. Like, tactically, I think he's like a tactically better manager this season as well.
I mean, him bringing on Konate just completely, that was it.
He went 5 at the back. He went 5 at the back.
You're done. You're not getting nothing now.
Fulham's momentum. Yeah, look, Fulham are getting on top of the game. They're at home. They're a good side. They never stop giving. Like, Fulham, the one thing with Fulham, they will never stop. They will give it a go till the final whistle, and if they lose, they lose. But they'll put everything on, to keep going. And Klopp went, all right. That's not. I think a year or so ago, Klopp would have gone, let's try and win the game. Let's try and get another goal and commit men forward, but maybe be a bit risky at the back. Now he's like, you know what? No, I don't need to do that. Kwanzaa's solid. At least they're all solid. Let's take Gakpo off and put Konate on and just go 5 at the back. And Fulham couldn't play from there. And we got the game won. The tie was won, went to a final. But this is a good comment here. In my opinion, when you look unpredictable without Mo and Trent, when they're on, everything goes through them. Yeah, look, I think we are more predictable with Trent and Mo, but at the same time, that predictability is still extremely hard to play against. Do you know what I mean? So it's a feather to our bow. We're excellent with Mo and Trent, and we're still excellent without Mo and Trent, playing a different way of playing. And I just think that's fantastic. There's a lot of teams that can't do that.
I think Mo and Trent are match winners, like out of the blue match winners. Like, even if we're not playing well, like, Mo and Trent can just win you the game just in a canter, like, with something excellent they do. I don't think our players can do that now. If we're not playing well, like, they'll just score a screamer or just flip the game on its head like that. I think it's more to do with, like, tactics and substitutions, which will do that now. But if you've got them in your team, you can win at any time. Right?
Yeah, no, this team is doing bits,
and it's great to have.
Oh yeah, exactly. Look, it's the same as well. You don't always have to go and spend money. Kwanzaa and Connor Bradley, do you know how much money they could save us? Do you know how much money Connor Bradley and Kwanzaa could save us?
Connor Bradley looks like he's worth 40 million now. Like, seriously. He does look that good.
Yeah, and Kwanzaa looks like a 20 to 30 million pound centre back in this market at this moment in time.
I mean, Chelsea are asking for like 100 million, aren't they, for like Colwell? Like, Kwanzaa looks like Colwell. Like, he does the diagonals.
All this talk about Colwell, I'm having Kwanzaa over Colwell every day.
I'm having Kwanzaa over Colwell as well.
Yeah, every day of the week. But the funny thing is, Kwanzaa will get called up for the English national team. Colwell will get called up to the England team and look at playing trash and not looking great, and Kwanzaa won't. It's a mad one for me.
It's the London thing, isn't it?
I think it is. I think them two players alone are going to save Liverpool probably 100 million in today's market. If you look on potential, especially with Kwanzaa, good defenders that can defend and play the way Klopp wants his centre backs to play. You're looking between a 40 and 50 million pound defender to buy to do that job that Kwanzaa's doing. So you're saving money there. A right back that can get up and down the line and play the way that he's playing. You're looking at 20, 30 million right back. So you're saving money, and people will say it's cheap. You shouldn't be doing this. You should go and buy. Like, never promote youth. Don't.
Right now, when the Premier League and UEFA are literally docking clubs points, I'd say it's really clever.
Yeah, Exactly. It's part of your team. You should be doing it. Big up, Albert. I hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for the comment about Penny's doing good, man. She should be home weekend. I've even forgotten Trent is injured. Exactly. It's not, and we're doing this well without them. Imagine when they come back. It's just
we've literally got our left back and our right back injured. Like, when did we ever play well when both of them were missing?
I think last year Trent and Salah were missing at the same time. We'd have so many issues.
Oh God,
even 2 years ago in the quadruple year, I think we'd have had a lot of issues.
Yeah, if we were missing a Robbo and Trent together and Salah,
that's another thing. Robbo's missing
in an old Klopp team.
Missing.
That's insane.
Salah's missing. So our two number one fullbacks are not in the team at the same time, and there's no Mo Salah at the moment.
Crazy.
I don't think they get. I don't think that's getting spoken about enough. It really ain't.
No.
Actually, Klopp will sign a new contract. He's not walking away from this bunch of players. I agree. It's a very exciting team, and you see it on his face. I absolutely agree. I just don't see why Klopp leaves this lot at the moment. Look, everyone keeps saying, Klopp wants to build a team to hand it over to the next man. I've never met a manager that wants to do that.
No.
Managers are egotistical and selfish.
Even Fergie didn't do that. He basically let them all get old.
Shit, and
he let them all get old and then fucked off.
I mean, he won the league with them before he left, but that team.
Yeah, I know. God knows how he did that.
He was old and useless, and he was like, "Right, I'm gone now. I ain't got it in me to do another bloody rebuild."
The league was dead, though. No one challenged back then. It's like it's dead.
Yeah, big up, Albert. It's true, man. It's true. It's not all about buying players on a financial means in a transfer market. It's about putting money sometimes into your academy, into your training, into your facilities, into your rehab, and getting these players around and available. That's what it's about. And, and if they can break into the first team and they can make you better, Conor Bradley, when Trent comes back, he won't play much. But Klopp knows, I've got Conor Bradley there. Do you know what I mean? I've got Conor Bradley there. Okay, I'm fine. I've got Calvin Ramsey as well. I've got players there that are coming back. Although I'd actually say at the moment, Conor Bradley's number 2 right back here for Liverpool.
I'm not sure about Ramsey. I think
Ramsey. I don't think Calvin Ramsey. Yeah, I don't think Calvin Ramsey will play for Liverpool personally. I think Conor Bradley now has come through and it's looking like the player.
It's a shame.
Yeah, and I think he's Liverpool Ramsey now.
Ramsey is a serious talent. Like he won Scottish Young Player of the Year, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
He was 19.
Same with us, man. It's all we wanted. We know Klopp's world class, and we just want him to do what he's doing, man.
I said it as well, Albert. I said I'll give him till November.
Yeah, he's flying, man.
He's flying.
He's best manager in the world right now. Shadow of a doubt.
100%.
Diogo Jota. What was the issue with Jota, by the way?
How did Diop not get a yellow card? A yellow card in the first place.
I don't know.
Smacked him in the face.
Yeah, and then
he deliberately
kicked Jota.
And then he just booted him up in the air. That's 2 yellows. He's off.
Yeah, I don't know what his issue with Jota was. I don't know. He just didn't like Jota. But
Jota's horrible, isn't he? He is horrible, though, isn't he? He's horrible to play against Jota.
Jota.
I love him.
Even if he didn't score in the game, he does everything.
He's so influential.
He brings a bit of class to the game, don't he? He's tough.
He slows everything down so much.
Yeah, he's not. His ability to see the game around him, and the way he slows it down, and we don't have to do everything 100 miles an hour, and we can do it, and then he's not. Do you know what's weird about Jota? When you watch him run without the ball, Jota don't look quick, but when he's got the ball, he looks really fast.
Yeah,
it's like the opposite way around. Some players are out when Mo hasn't got the ball, he looks extremely quick. When Mo's got the ball, he looks a little slower. Jota looks the opposite. Without the ball, Jota looks a bit like he's running in mud. As soon as he's got the ball, he looks lightning quick. It's because it's his ability with his first touch. Jota's got an excellent first touch.
Yeah,
and he can keep the ball, and because of that, he can run quick with the ball. And he
was unlucky not to score.
Yeah, that bit when he brought the ball down and then took the player right, and then, got his shot block. I mean, he's Jota again, but it's not much to talk about Jota. He's just quality out. But Gakpo, he's the guy I feel sorry for right now. Cody Gakpo, I feel sorry for, because I would say, out of all our forwards, Cody Gakpo's the one who hasn't really got a nailed down position at the moment in the club. Like the way I look at it with Cody this season, I don't know if the club know what's his best position at this moment in time. I honestly think there's some people at the club, in the coaching staff, that think he could be a midfielder. There's some that probably think he's a number 9. There's some that probably think he's a left midfielder. There's some that thinks he can play on the right side of a number 8. And I think Gakpo, because he's willing to play these positions without moaning. So for Liverpool this season, he's played in the number 8. He's played left. He's played in the number 9 position, and he's played right wing. Doesn't moan, just gets on with his job. But because of that, I think the club are going to keep using him in that versatile way at this moment in time, ain't they?
Yeah, he reminds me a little bit of, do you remember Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Yeah.
When he just got played all over the place and didn't really have a position. I wanted him to be in midfield, like Ox. I thought Ox was a good midfielder, but he was obviously a winger. He got played up front sometimes. He's a good finisher. He's scored quite a few goals. He played well. He never really had a crap game. He always gave you like a 7 out of 10. Ox. I feel like Gakpo's kind of fell into that bucket where he's just needed to play in positions, and he's done a good job. He's not been great, he's not been amazing, but I do think he's got some talent though. I think if he got his confidence up and he got a nailed position, I do think he'd score goals, and I do think he'd create a lot of chances. He's got a really good pass on him. He's got a really good cross on him. He's got a really powerful shot on him. Albert's just hit the nail on the head. Gakpo could be like a Kudus if he's played in the right position. He could do that. He could do that role. I think he's a really good player.
Do you know what the weird thing is with the Gakpo signing there, right? If we look
it's not his fault either.
It's not.
That's the sad thing about it.
Kudus was probably available last January when we got Gakpo. Yeah, he was probably available if we went in. How much did West Ham buy Kudus for?
I think he was 35.
So less than what we bought Gakpo for, yeah. So he was there to be bought. Now, the club probably looked at Kudus and looked at Gakpo and went with Gakpo. Now, last season,
Gakpo had numbers though, mate. Gakpo had serious numbers behind him.
Yeah, and last season...
He was also the captain.
Exactly. And last season, after the World Cup especially, he looked at Gakpo, and then when he played from the World Cup to January when he came to Liverpool to the end of the season, Gakpo didn't really put a foot wrong. He looked really good. So you could say last season, the club were right for purchasing him. But then Darwin was given the number 9 shirt. Luis Diaz was always going to come back. Salah, Jota's Jota. And then we got a better midfield, and you felt like when everyone's fit, where does Gakpo sit? So, the Kudus stuff as well. I know a lot of people want Kudus at Liverpool. I want Kudus at Liverpool, but the problem is you don't buy Kudus till Mo Salah leaves. It's as simple as that, because it's just not. Salah's going to play all the time. So, no matter if people think Kudus is a better player, Kudus ain't going to come to Liverpool just to sit on the bench of Mo Salah. So I think he's a player Liverpool look at when...
Kudus only went to West Ham because...
he wanted to get in the English market.
Because he said, I've got to play with Paqueta.
Yeah.
You have to play me with Paqueta. That's a stipulation. think he's got it in his contract as well, or something.
Yeah, I think they're best mates.
Yeah.
Before you go, K-Mac, I just want to quickly ask you about, because
Yeah.
Daryl asked earlier about Cooper Miners. So apparently Liverpool are looking at him. I think Liverpool been looking at him for a while, because I think he's a pet boy.
I think he's too slow, mate.
That's what I always think. But then I look at his stats. His stats are a bit mad, you know.
I know he's got unbelievable stats. Like he scores loads of goals, got loads of assists,
and
his passing is like pretty sick.
Yeah.
But where does he play? Like, who does he? Like, he's not going to come as a squad player when he's like the main man at. He's the main man at Fiorentina. He plays with Fiorentina still, doesn't he? Didn't he play with the guy that went to Man United and he's been crap?
Probably.
Amrabat. Didn't he play with Amrabat in the Fiorentina midfield?
Might have. I can't remember, man. I can't. He's at Atalanta, isn't he?
Is he at Atalanta?
Yeah, he's at Atalanta, isn't he? Cooper Miners. I think he's at Atalanta. The Kimmich stuff I'm talking about tomorrow, guys. So yeah, I've got a video again tomorrow night at 11 p.m. if K-Mac's around, so we can jump on. But I'm going to talk about the Kimmich thing tomorrow, because it is very interesting, and I've got my opinions on it. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, he plays at Atalanta, and
he plays for Atalanta. Okay.
Yeah, he plays at Atalanta, and
we'd be able to sign him then. They sell players.
Yeah, he's been really good, and I think his market value is around 40 million. So
he's Dutch.
He's Dutch. He's got the. If I look at Cooper Miners, he's got the profile Liverpool go for. He's got the profile Liverpool go for. Now, I won't mind him as a squad player in this midfield. He bulks up in the midfield, gives it a bit more something else.
I think we'll sign. I think if we're going to sign a Dutch midfielder, it's going to be Weefers.
Yeah, it could be
Matt Weefers. I think we'll sign him instead. We really are heavily linked with him. We've been looking at him for a long time.
I'm going to say it now. I think Liverpool only buy one midfielder between. I think Liverpool go spend most of their money in the summer on defenders and probably one midfielder, and that's it. And it all depends if Mo Salah stays or not. So
do you think we'll sign anyone in this window? I don't.
No, I don't think we need to. But I think in the summer, I think Liverpool buy one midfielder, and what midfielder that's going to be. I'm going to talk about Kimmich tomorrow, because I'd love it to be him. It could be a Cooper Miners, could be a Kimmich, it could be a Paqueta. I'm not sure. I think Liverpool get one midfielder in the summer, and they'll look at their midfield then and think the midfield's done. You know, with the age profile, the profile of all the midfielders available to Klopp at that time. Diogo will be leaving. You know, it's a good video tomorrow, guys. Make sure you tune in at 11 p.m. tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one to talk about tomorrow, guys. The Liverpool midfield tomorrow. Make sure you're here.
I'm going to shoot. Okay, mate. Are you staying on?
Yeah, well, I'll go shoot as well, guys. Look,
okay, cool.
We are in another final, an exceptional performance. Players playing beautifully. Best manager in the world right now, in my opinion. Going strength to strength. The academy players that are coming through are doing well. We're not missing massive world-class players right now. Team's going from strength to strength. We're in another final. Can't wait for it. Got the FA Cup the weekend. Then we've got two massive Premier League games against Arsenal and Chelsea. Season's getting good, guys. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Go and subscribe to K-Mac. Make sure you're here as well. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 p.m, guys, for that summer transfer talk. Big up, guys. See you tomorrow.
Up the Reds.
Much love. Bye.